Hi everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm Angela Palmer, and I'm excited to be here with you today to share some ideas and inspiration to help you with your stamping, paper crafting. And I'm a demonstrator based in Auckland, New Zealand. I've been doing this for over 13 years, and each Thursday at 1:30 p.m. I come live to share some ideas with you. So thank you for joining me. Hopefully we're all good today on Facebook and YouTube. It's great when it works. Hopefully you can hear me. Do let me know. Sometimes, like last week, we had a few challenges, but we got there in the end. So hopefully this is showing on to Facebook this time. Cool. All right. So if you're here, please let me know that you're here, where you're from. I appreciate those. There's many of you that faithfully come on each week. Joe, Elizabeth, Linda, Sheila, and others. So thank you. Hi, Joe. Appreciate you being here today. Oh, yes, Linda's here too. Great. I'm assuming you can hear me okay. Now, today's creation that I'm going to share with you is a little bit different. It's not a card. We're coming close to Christmas, so it's a little treat holder that you could use to gift someone. And it's just involves some scoring and folding and fairly quick to put together, and then you can decorate it how much or as little as you like. And for my one, I've used no stamping, but you can choose to stamp and decorate it if you wish. So this is a cool little treat holder that I'm going to show you. All right, so let's get started. I'll show you my desk and I'll show you what we are going to make. All right. Okay, so this is the little gift treat holder, okay? So I basically, all you need for this, the actual folder, is a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper, pattern paper, and something to score with. And that's basically, and obviously know the measurements, and it's fairly easy to put together. So this is one that I've made. So it's got a couple of pockets each side. You can decide what you want to put in it. So I've put a little hot chocolate sachet, a couple of tea bags. Now the combination may not necessarily work, but just to show you how they fit them in. If you find they slide out, you can just put a little glue dot on them just to hold them in place. You might want to get a hot chocolate and then a couple of those little square chocolates to go with it. Up to you kind of what you put in there. And it's like this. So I'm just going to pop those out so you can see. And you can also use it, so I've obviously used for Christmas. Not only can you use it for like treats and things, but you could also put note cards in it. So here are some note cards. So these are the smaller cards. So if you put a couple on each side, note cards tuck in quite nicely as well. All right, so your note cards, you can buy them in a pack. They're the smaller packs with the envelopes as well, just like this. So yeah, use this little no adhesive treat holder for note cards to gift someone, and it doesn't have to be Christmas. It could be any kind of theme, or you can use it to put in some little treats. Could be drink sachets, tea bags, little chocolates, something like that. Lots of possibilities. So let's get started and I'll show you how we're going to make it. All right, so looks like we've got a few people here. Sound is good. Yay, everything's working today. Awesome. Okay, so you can use a trimmer, but I'm actually going to use my Simply scoring tool. Now, I don't know if you have one of these. If you don't, that's fine. You can use your trimmer, but I'm going to use this. It just means I don't have to keep moving it along. I can put it in place and away I go. Now, I am going to do it in imperial. Often I convert things to metric, and I have done that as well, but I'll share those measurements later because I got something quite wrong. Well, not slightly wrong, and I just want to check it again before sharing it. So I find that for this, imperial is a little bit more straightforward. This scoring tool is in imperial, but you can get a metric plate to sit in it to use metric as well. But with the metric, it's very particular. You can't do 1.2 or things like that. Okay, so you basically need a piece of 12 by 12. So we're going to see both sides. So make sure you're okay with both sides. Ideally, because part of the design will be sort of upside down, you want something that isn't obviously a design that would be upside down. So for example, this one here, it's on a full sheet. You can see it needs to go this way, but some of the bits would be folded up like this and this, and then some of the flowers would look upside down. So that doesn't really work. So you just need to bear in mind a design that is not obviously just one way. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now with these papers, sometimes there is a way that looks slightly better, although there's not a right or wrong. Like to me, that not so much, but more this way. Okay, now let me think about this. Yeah, sometimes they sort of mix things around, so it doesn't matter too much. Right, I'm thinking it's gonna kind of go like that. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to the other side. So just remember, if there is a slight right or wrong, make sure that the way you're looking at it now is the way that you're happy with it. And to me, these poinsettias are more wider rather than narrow, but I don't think it'll matter too much. All right, so these are the measurements, and I will include them in the description afterwards. So this is my scoring tool. Now there's two tips. There's a wider one and a narrow one. I tend to use the narrow one for cardstock and the wider one for designer series paper. Just don't score too hard with paper, otherwise you will actually rip it all the way through. So you want a score line, but not too difficult. All right, so inches, we're going to score at 2 inches. And also with this, I like to stand up because I can feel like I'm more on top of it, and I score down rather than sitting. So that's just something else. 5 3/4. So we're scoring at 2 inches, 5 3/4, 6 1/4, and 10 inches. So if you look at the pattern, it's kind of the same distance either side, and then there's a narrow one in the middle, which is where your spine is going to be. Okay, then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and do 2 more score lines. They are at 2 1/2 and 8 1/4. So I'll just go over those score lines again. So when you've got it the first way, we're scoring at 2 inches, 5 3/4, 6 1/4, 10 inches. Turn it 90 degrees, score at 2 1/2, 8 1/4. Okay, and that's all we need to score. Now with my scoring tool, it's got a little place down here that I can put my scoring tool in so I don't lose it. All right, so that is in imperial. Now if you look at this, I can see the score lines reasonably well on the side, actually reasonably well on this side, but sometimes some patterns are a little bit harder to see. So I'm going to just crease the folds for now. I'm actually going to, doesn't really matter whichever way is going to go best, because we're probably going to fold some forward and some back. But just so I know where they are, I'm not going to score them properly. I'm just kind of scoring them so I get them right. We will be scoring them some back the other way. Oh, see, that wasn't quite in the right place. There we go. And then the other two. All right, so I'm just scoring all. I'm actually going to fold them both ways, so that when I'm doing it, some will go forward, some will go back. All right. Where are the other score lines? Here. So basically, you just need to get the score lines right, and then it's fairly simple to make. Okay, so looking back at my design, here we go. So I've now got how we scored first, my 2 inch, my 5 3/4, 6 1/4, and my 10 inch. So the narrow one is going down in the middle. What I'm going to do in each of the 4 corners is fold this in up to that first score line. You don't want to go over it because you're going to have to bend like that later. And I do want to make it straight, and that wasn't so straight. So fold, and just make sure it's going to fold the one down the bottom as well. So fold up to but not over that score line. Make sure that can fold flat, and what I'm going to do is get my bone folder and crease those. I'll do it in a minute. We'll do all four. All right, we'll crease that one. Can you see the bottom? All right. Oops, that's not straight, which means it's going to be a bit wonky later. So try and get it nice and straight against that score line. All right, so I've got the two corners in at the top, two corners in at the bottom. I'm going to crease each of those now with my bone folder. Then I'm going to fold them in. And this one too. Okay, so that's the first part. There's the top, here's the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that down and that down. So if you flip it over, they're like this. So now we're going to just crease those folds. So let me show you again what I did. Okay, so we were like this, top and bottom, and basically flip it over and fold that down and that down. All you do is tuck it in, and that kind of holds it. Now you might just need to guide it if they're not quite straight like mine. Just keep it nice and flat. Now up to you if you want that at the bottom or that way. Then basically you just fold it over, and that's your spine, and that's it. Okay, there we go, it's made. Then you get to decorate it how you wish. So you'll see what I mean about the pattern here. It goes this way, but then these ones are folding inwards. But with this particular pattern, it works really well. So how was that? Okay, so I'll just show you one more time. And then we'll decorate it. So we've scored our score lines. In the corner, we're bringing each of these in up to that fold line, top and bottom. Then we're bringing these outside pieces in, like so, creasing them as we go. Flip it over, bring this one down and this one up, and then just tuck it in. That holds it in place. Then you don't need any adhesive. Like that. How was that? Quick and easy? Imagine making a few of these. So you just need one sheet of 12 by 12, something to score with, and away you go. So to decorate mine, I'm going to use the branching out dies. So I have loved these dies because they've got that nice stitched edge on them, different variety of sizes. I think I've used them the last few weeks in my lives. Now, if you like these, oh, they're all inside each other here. If you like these dies, there is a stamp set that coordinates with them branching out, which could be Christmassy or not Christmassy. The branching out stamp set is going to retire, but the dies aren't. So if you like this, get it now as a bundle. I think it's $100.60 or something, before the stamp set's gone. This will be available later on, but the stamp set is going. Okay, so to decorate mine, what I did was, on another piece of designer series paper, I have used one of these. Now, I believe there are some dies to cut them out, but I don't have the coordinating die set, so I'm just going to fussy cut. So fussy cut, keep the scissors still, and move your paper around. I'm just leaving a little white edge on it and going around. So it's the paper that you're moving, the scissors that you're keeping still. So this is what we're going to put on the front. We're just going to do a little bit of sponging, add a sentiment. Now obviously you can choose a stamped image on the front if you wish to coordinate with what you want. We have gone, or I've gone for more of a Christmas theme with my papers and designs, but you could easily make this a birthday present and include some little cards inside and make it a completely different theme. So just use the designer series paper that you like. Just make sure that the design goes okay with some of the parts being upside down. All right, so there is that. Now you could have it on the white, totally up to you. But there was a touch of the pool party in this, probably more on this one than this one. So I decided to sponge it a little bit with pool party, which is here. And my little brush. Now, usually I start, I'll do it on here, off the page. Okay, so it's solid. And then I'm mainly going around the edge because the middle bit will be covered anyway. Up to you if you want to leave it white or sponge. I like to soften it a little bit. Now, of course, you could do any shape you like. You could do a circle, you could do rectangles, use whatever shapes you've got. All right, so we're going to put this like this. I am going to put a little bit of ribbon behind. Now, this is actually balmy blue, so it's not quite pool party. Not sure if it's currant or not, but it's kind of a sheer look, so it's kind of light and pulls out the blue. So there we go. So I'm going to put that on with a bit of tape behind. Let's put some tape on there and cut it in half. Like to angle my ends, and these are my ribbon scissors. So let's get it up the right way. So about there, like that. And I might just tidy up the edge because it's a little bit messy. Actually, both of them. There we go. Now I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. So have you tried anything like this treat holder before? And isn't it great? There's no adhesive. You just fold and put it all together. Doesn't quite work when you put it on the ribbon, so I'll just move it above it. Use my take your pick tool to pull off the dimensionals and adhere it like so. Now, of course, you can stamp a Christmas greeting, or I'm going to use these ones, which are in the mini catalogue. So I use Happy Christmas for that one. I think let's do a Merry Christmas here. Now, they are stickers, but because that's lifted up, I want to lift this up. So I'm actually going to not remove the sticker on the back. There is a line, you just peel it apart. But I want it raised. So I'm going to put dimensionals along the bottom. And maybe a drop of glue so it sticks to the ribbon. I'll just put it at the bottom like so. Merry Christmas. Try and get a little bit more centered. So these sentiments are great. The gold, which looks really cool. You can quickly and easily, you can't see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. There we go. All right. And then some bling. So let's put this on here first. So I'm using these traditional sparkly sequins. I'm going to go for the blue color, keeping that pool party look. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do something different. I'll put a bigger one down the bottom and medium and small at the top. 3 are good. Now I am going to glue that on, or you could dimensionalize it, up to you. So making the treat holder has no glue, but depending on how you want to adhere this, dimensionals or glue. That's just for decorating it, not making it. How's that? All right, so was that fairly quick and easy? There we go. So here are 2 little treat holders. So remember, you can use them for little sachets and things like this, hot chocolates, teas, some little square chocolates. If you're worried about them falling out, just get a glue dot, put it on the back and just pop it in, and then it'll just hold it in place. Or you can use it for some little note cards, pop them in too. You may not necessarily be giving Christmas note cards, but you could give birthday cards or something like that. But these are some that I had on hand, which actually match the paper. So there you go. How was that? All right. So why not give it a go? What I recommend the first time you do it, this is what I often do, is I find some scrap paper, or not my favorite design, because even I, made mistakes. So I just found this is a very thin piece, and I scored it first so that I could just have a play and make sure I got it right. And then I pulled out my nice paper to make an actual one. So, and you can always keep this on hand as a template. Then you've got it ready to use in future if you forget how to do it. So remember, this is recorded, so you can watch the recording, watch again, and pause and make it along with me. But like I say, I would find some scrap paper first, not your favorite one. Make one up, make sure it works. You can see how the designs kind of work, and then find your nice paper and then make one up. So isn't that cool? So this is a quick no adhesive treat holder, or you can use it for other things like note cards as well. So thank you for watching. Now I've got a couple of other things to quickly share with you that are happening at the moment. So all very exciting. All right, glad to hear that Elizabeth likes these. Linda was giving these a go. So now you know what to do and put them together. So that's cool. So not sure if you've seen, if you are on my mailing list, you would have got an email yesterday, and I shared about free shipping. So from yesterday until Friday, so until tomorrow, there is free shipping on orders $100 or more. So if you've got some things on your wish list that you'd like, now's a good time to stock up and get those. Now do bear in mind that the 9th of December was the day that they said to do your Christmas orders. Now if you order, you might get it by Christmas, but they're not promising. So just bear that in mind. It is free shipping, but they cannot guarantee it'll be here by Christmas, probably afterwards. Now remember, it's orders $100 or more. If you have an order for $100, but you use stamping rewards and $20 off and it's only $80, then it won't be free shipping. You've got to be paying $100. If your order is $125 and you use $20 in stamping rewards and the total is over $100, then yes, you will get free shipping. So just keep that in mind, or maybe save your rewards for another time when there's no free shipping. And the other thing, which I also mentioned in my newsletter, is a card retreat. So a couple of months ago, we had a scrapbooking retreat. Now we have a card making retreat. So it's online, it's run by Stamping Up, and it's going to happen in January on Friday the 23rd and Saturday the 24th of January. It is Australian 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's New Zealand 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the Friday and the Saturday. And you buy the kit. Now the kit has got all sorts of cardstock, stamps, dies, embellishments, that kind of thing. And it'll be enough to make, I'm just trying to think if it's 15, I think it's 15 cards, 15 or 16, I think 15 cards. So you buy the kit and then you get to attend the retreat for free, basically. It's in a Facebook group. You can either watch it live or you can watch the recording later on. It's $347. So it does seem like quite a bit, but you think about it. If you're making like I said, I can't remember, it's 15 or 16 cards. My classes, I do a couple of cards for $25. You've got all the product as well. You will need a few additional things like some coordinating colors and stamp pads and all that kind of thing. But yeah, you could, if you don't have the exact colors, then you can just make it work and see what you've got. So I'm double checking. It is 15 beautiful cards. Okay. Now, if you want to see what the cards look like, in my newsletter, I shared a link. I will try and put a blog post up about it as well, so you can see the cards and things that you get to make. Obviously, it's a great way to learn techniques and things too. And, you know, you can sit down, do the whole thing, or do some of it, come back to it. But it's a great thing. Now, the bonus is if you order today or tomorrow, you will get free shipping. So it'll only cost you $3.47. There'll be no extra $22 for shipping. So now's a good time if you're considering to do this. Sign up today, tomorrow, and you'll get free shipping. Now, it is quite a bit to spend. Maybe you could say to someone, you know, I'd love to do this. Maybe some Christmas money could go towards it. So totally up to you. And the other thing I have on offer is gift certificates. If you have some people that would like to buy for you and you want a gift certificate for $25, $50, $75, whatever amount, they can get in contact with me and I can make a gift certificate, and then you can spend the money when you're ready after Christmas. Awesome. So thank you for joining me today. Let me just show you what we made, and I'll quickly recap. So we made these very cool treat holders. Put some drink sachets in, some small chocolates, any sort of small flat gift. Or you can use it to put note cards and things in as well. So that is very cool. All right, let me have a look and see if there's any other comments. Very cool. All right. Let me grab a seat and come back to me. So just a reminder as well, we have got free shipping until Friday on orders $100 or more. And if you're wanting to improve your card making skills, learn some new techniques, connect with others online and make some cards and get a whole set of new stamps and dies that are exclusive to this particular event, then you can take part in the virtual card retreat for $347. And then you've got all these extra stamps and dies and things that you can use after. So it will be lots of fun. Awesome. So just remember with that card retreat, you will need some additional products like some ink pads and different things like that, but I can let you know what that is. So thank you for joining me today. I'm pleased that it seemed to work. We've got sound and it looks like my end that we've gone Facebook and YouTube, so I really hope it has. I can only see comments from YouTube, so it's telling me it's gone to Facebook. Let's hope it has. All right, so thank you very much. If I can help in any way, please reach out to me. I will be doing one more live next week, and then we'll be getting obviously onto Christmas. So then I'll take a break for a few weeks over that period. But I enjoy being able to share with you. So thank you to those who faithfully watch live each week, and to those that also watch the recording later. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and follow me so you'll be kept up to date on future videos too. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I look forward to seeing you again. Please reach out to me if I can help in any way going forward. And make the most of that free shipping. Order online through my online store. Contact me. I can help you with your order. So thanks so much, and we will see you again soon. Bye.